While some dismiss COVID as ancient history, shouting, "Move on already," one man's story demands that we pause and listen. Meet Jerry Waters, a 40-year veteran general practitioner from Ireland who dared to challenge the COVID narrative with unwavering courage. His defiance came at a staggering cost. His career, his reputation, his very livelihood. Was he a reckless rebel or a truth teller silenced by a system desperate to control the narrative? Let's dig in to his jaw-dropping story. It all began in 2020 as the world was gripped by COVID panic. Dr. Jerry Waters, as a seasoned general practitioner who had seen the seasonality of various pathogens, noticed something seemed off. With 40 years of experience, he saw no deadly virus tearing through his community. To him, it was just a mild flu season, nothing worse than he'd seen before.
I could see as the months went by from the usual flu season of November, December, January here in Ireland, February, that there was no pathogenic virus in the community worthy of any note. It was no worse than a previous winter flu.
But when Dr. Waters raised these concerns with the Irish College of General Practitioners, he was met with silence. No debate, no discussion, just dismissal. So he took a stand, refusing to comply with what he called illogical pandemic measures.
Absolutely, yeah. It was illogical that I would comply with what I considered, and I think we all now consider, to be a major intervention in people's lives. Masking, social distancing, allowing old people die in nursing homes, withdrawing the families and the advocates from the nursing homes. And then in March, 27th of March 2020, I got a letter from the Medical Council or the Department of Health telling me to certify all people who had a positive PCR test. Now, I'd done the research on the PCR test as part of my due diligence, as every doctor is expected to do. I had actually studied up on the PCR test and found that its inventor, Kary Mullis, had actually said that it was of no use as a screening test. And if it was going to be used, it was going to be used 19 or 20 times, recycled 19 or 20 times. Here in Ireland, they were cycling it 45 times, which meant you could find anything in anything. And again, I objected on the basis that the test that we were using to diagnose people as COVID positive, these, of course, were oftentimes asymptomatic patients, which is an impossibility, a positive impossibility with an upper respiratory tract infection. This all I knew. And so I refused to go along with the masking. I refused to go along with social distancing. And I was so confident that there was no pathogen in the community that I was saying, I will do the postmortems. I will open the patients without a mask.
But of course, this defiance came at a cost. One patient reported him to the Irish Medical Council after Waters shared data questioning the narrative, like why children weren't dying or why the average age of death was nearly 82. That single complaint sparked a chain of events that would eventually destroy his career. So Dr. Waters, with 4 decades of service, was dragged before the medical council with just a day's notice. No legal representation, no chance to debate or clear his name. Dr. Waters says the council members wouldn't even look him in the eye. And yet they voted to suspend him against their own legal team's advice. And most absurdly, he was given only 1 hour to close his practice completely thereafter.
High Court, with 2 days' notice again, and just suspended. With an hour to close my practice. I was given 1 hour to close my practice, with the result my practice inevitably collapsed.
By March of 2021, Dr. Waters had lost everything: his clinic, his staff, and his income, all for questioning a narrative he believed was built on lies. And when the Dr. Jerry Waters' explosive story and his own words could land us in hot water on censor-happy platforms. So I'm keeping his bombshell revelations under wraps here. If you want the unfiltered truth, then head to the description box below and click the link on a platform that champions free speech, or, as always, join us at rebelnews.com or rumble.com/rebelnews. I will catch you on the other side with the story that certain platforms don't want you to hear.